The concept of monotheism, the belief in a single, all-powerful deity, has profoundly shaped religious thought and practice throughout history. Among the earliest known instances of monotheistic belief is that associated with Akhenaten, an Egyptian pharaoh who ruled during the 18th dynasty, circa 1353–1336 BCE. His religious reforms, which centered around the worship of the sun disk Aten, have led some scholars to label his belief system as the first known monotheistic religion. This essay will explore the historical context of Akhenaten's reign, the nature of his religious reforms, their impact on ancient Egyptian society, and the legacy of his unique form of worship. The 18th dynasty of Egypt marked a period of remarkable cultural, political, and military achievements. The era saw the consolidation of power, territorial expansion, and an unprecedented flourishing of the arts. Pharaohs such as Hatshepsut, Thutmose III, and Amenhotep III established a legacy of grandeur and divine kingship, emphasizing the role of the gods in the governance and success of the nation. Amenhotep III, Akhenaten's father, played a pivotal role in shaping the religious landscape of Egypt. He promoted the worship of the sun god Ra and constructed magnificent temples, including the Luxor Temple, which celebrated the divine connection between the pharaoh and the gods. However, Akhenaten's reign would dramatically shift this religious paradigm. Akhenaten ascended to the throne around 1353 BCE, initially under the name Amenhotep IV. His early reign appeared to continue the traditions established by his predecessors. However, a transformative vision soon led him to initiate profound religious reforms. Influenced by personal beliefs and possibly by a growing sense of disillusionment with the traditional pantheon of gods, Akhenaten began to advocate for the exclusive worship of Aten. Akhenaten's most controversial reform was the systematic dismantling of the established religious order. He de-emphasized the worship of other gods, particularly Amun, whose priesthood held significant power. This was a direct challenge to the established religious hierarchy, leading to the closure of temples and a reallocation of resources. To solidify his religious reforms, Akhenaten established a new capital city, Akhenaten, modern-day Amarna, dedicated to the worship of Aten. This city served as a center for religious and artistic expression, featuring unique architectural designs and artworks that celebrated the pharaoh's connection to the sun god. The art from the Amarna period reflects Akhenaten's religious beliefs. Unlike the highly stylized and idealized forms of previous eras, Amarna art depicted more naturalistic figures, often showcasing Akhenaten and his family in intimate and relaxed settings. The imagery of Aten was prominent, featuring rays extending towards the pharaoh and his family, symbolizing divine favor and protection. The Amarna period is marked by a distinctive artistic style that deviated from the rigid conventions of previous eras. This shift allowed for more personal and emotional expressions in art, reflecting the pharaoh's intimate relationship with Aten and the changing cultural landscape. The worship of Aten was characterized by open-air ceremonies, contrasting with the closed temple rituals of the previous pantheon. This accessibility fostered a more personal connection between the deity and the worshippers, though it also limited the power of traditional priests. Akhenaten's reforms were not universally accepted. Many Egyptians remained deeply attached to the established religious practices and deities. The growing discontent among the populace and the priesthood contributed to a climate of instability. Following Akhenaten's death, a rapid counter-reaction occurred. His successors, particularly Tutankhamun, re-established the worship of Amun and the traditional polytheistic practices, leading to the erasure of Akhenaten's legacy. Akhenaten's religious experiment has been subject to extensive scholarly debate. Some historians view him as a visionary reformer, while others regard him as a heretic whose radical changes destabilized Egyptian society. His reign is often characterized as a brief aberration in a predominantly polytheistic culture,